Hi there, and welcome to Yearly Reviews, a show where I go through all the games that I played through the year of 2020 1 week at a time. So without further ado, let's see what we're reviewing this week. One thing that every video game seems to have, regardless of the genre, whether that be a first-person shooter or a simple point-and-click adventure game, is music. Of course, not every game has it, but sometimes music in a game can help the player become immersed in the game they're currently playing. Sometimes you can have a game which is known mostly for its music, among other things. In fact, I've even purchased a few games based on the music alone. Yeah, in case you can't tell, I'm a fan of music, and I've used that word so many times it's not making sense anymore. Oh shit. Okay, I did not plan this out. Oh god. Oh no. Anyways, enough dilly-dallying. There's one game out there with a notable soundtrack which we're going to review today, and also see if it clouds people's judgment or not. So, without further ado, let's review Crypt the Necrodancer. In this game, we play as a woman named Cadence, the daughter of a famed treasure hunter who's recently gone missing. She searches everywhere in order to find him and ends up in a mysterious place. This place is a crypt overrun with monsters, all ruled by the crypt's controller, entitled the Necrodancer. After Cadence enters the crypt, the Necrodancer steals her heart, not metaphorically, but literally. If she wants to escape the crypt, she must defeat the Necrodancer's minions while moving along to the sound of her heartbeat in the game, but in real life you have to control her actions to the music's beat. To escape, she must defeat both the crypt and the Necrodancer ruling over it. Right off the bat, this game is certainly unique because of its premise, gameplay, and just overall appeal. The game is a sort of roguelike dungeon crawler game where you have to go through uncharted territories, solving puzzles as you progress into new undiscovered rooms. Although I guess it'd be more crypt crawler game instead of dungeon crawler. The gameplay itself may be a little bit basic. The combat and movement are pretty solid and fun for a little while, but enough about that. Let's get on to what I was rambling about at the beginning of the video. How is the music? Well, people do say that one of the best things about Crypt the Necrodancer is the soundtrack composed by Danny Baranowski, and yeah, they weren't lying. Kind of a shame that the gameplay itself gets a bit monotonous. As I said before, the combat and movement are pretty solid and fun. For a little while. I think this is mainly due to personal reasons because I'm not a huge fan of roguelike games, even though I've only played like 2 and aside from this the other one was Enter the Gungeon. I'm just not a huge fan, but to be honest, I don't really know why. The gameplay here is kind of boring. So boring in fact that I technically shouldn't be reviewing this game. Let me explain. So this series is going through all the games that I played in 2020, but in order to qualify, I had to complete the game, or if there was no end, I had to get to a point where I'm satisfied. So, when playing this game, I did the latter. However, I later discovered that there's actually a story mode involved. So yeah, technically I shouldn't be reviewing this game. But really, who's actually paying attention, eh? So let's wrap this up. Crypt the Necrodancer is a fine little roguelike game with a unique setting and gameplay mechanics, even though the gameplay and exploration were a bit mundane. Also, we can't forget about that soundtrack now, can we? You know, maybe I should give this game another playthrough, as to be honest, I haven't played it since about November, I think? Who knows? Maybe I'll actually try and complete it, or at the very least get past where I quit. If you do like it, or perhaps even love it, that's fine, we're all entitled to our own opinions. But to put it simply, Crypt the Necrodancer isn't as great as people say it is. But I have played far worse games than it. Hey folks, thanks for sticking to the end of this review. If you like what you saw here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys making comments on these videos. They make up my day and I read every single one of them. If you like what you saw here, feel free to look at the newest review and look at the latest review. And if you want to watch more, feel free to hit that bell so you know when a new review drops. See ya and thanks for watching.